Hi, I'm Tim Carter, founder of AskTheBuilder.com. This is video one of a 5-part video series. It's about my journey with respect to roofing products and how early in my career I used a lot of asphalt shingles, but now I've transitioned to synthetic slate and specifically the product made by DaVinci Roofscapes. Let me tell you where the story begins. Back in 1974 is the first time I used asphalt shingles. I helped my father-in-law put a new roof on top of his living room. It was a very low slope roof, and low slope roofs, they cause asphalt shingles to wear out a little faster. We really didn't have any trouble putting them on. It wasn't too tough. The next job I did was a house I bought and rehabbed in 1975. Once again, it needed a new roof, and I went with asphalt shingles because they were inexpensive, they were easy to apply, and they really do not a bad job. The second house I rehabbed was 1976. It was in the Pleasant Ridge subdivision of Cincinnati, and it had a magnificent slate roof on it. I'm serious, a real slate stone roof. The house was built, I think, in the early 1900s. It had balloon framing. It was really a beautiful home. I don't know why. I think because of my inexperience, I took that slate roof off. There were some cracked slate. Some of the slate were flaking. But really, all in all, there really weren't hardly any leaks in that roof. And that roof had been on, gosh, almost 80 years. So I replaced it with an asphalt shingle roof. As I progressed through my building and remodeling career, I continued to use more asphalt shingles. I really wasn't having any trouble with them, and I really didn't notice any problems on some of the older homes that had asphalt shingles that I was working on. They all seemed to be in pretty good shape. But here's what happened to me. First of all, when I started my Ask the Builder career about 22 years ago, I started to get here and there emails from people who were having trouble with asphalt shingles. They were curling, they were cupping, they were losing granules, and it didn't seem to be such a big deal. But in the past few years, there seemed to be many more problems being reported with asphalt shingles. And here's what happened to me on a personal note. About 7 years ago, I purchased a home, I didn't build it, here in central New Hampshire, and it had an asphalt shingle roof on it. The roof was only about, at the time, I would say it was maybe just 6 years old. It looked beautiful. It was a 30-year shingle. It was a dimensional shake type asphalt shingle. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm never going to have to replace this roof in my lifetime. That's pretty cool. Well, all of a sudden, about 3 years ago, just 9 or so years into the shingle's life, it really started to degrade. All of a sudden, I noticed a lot of granule loss, and it just wasn't pretty. And soon, I noticed that the shingles were becoming brittle. And just this past year, all of a sudden, the shingles started to delaminate. By the end of this past winter, I knew I had to replace my asphalt shingle roof. And I was pretty determined that I really didn't want to take a chance with asphalt shingles since I had seen what's going on in the marketplace. So I decided to switch. First of all, here's what you need to know. Asphalt shingles, they are not really a bad product. They're probably one of the cheapest products that you can find in the marketplace when you're looking for roofing materials. But here's what you need to know about them. Those colored granules that you see on the top surface, they are everything. If those granules come off the shingles for any reason, they expose the asphalt, and this asphalt shingle starts to degrade pretty rapidly. The ultraviolet rays from the sun are what tear it apart. That's not good. But the slate, and I'm talking about natural slate, well, it's rock. Think about that. When was the last time that you saw rock rapidly deteriorate? You usually don't. Slate is a metamorphic rock. It used to be shale, and heat and pressure transforms it, and it causes the shale to become very, very hard. That's why you see many old buildings in Europe, and even here in America, that have slate roofs, where some of these roofs are 100, 150, some of them even 200 years old. So you know what? I discovered that there is a synthetic slate product out there called DaVinci Roofscapes. It looks just like slate. You can see it right behind me. And of course, it's not made from rock. It's a virgin polymer plastic. And you know what? It's a really good product in my opinion. And I'm going to tell you more about it in the upcoming videos. Be sure you watch videos 2 through 5. I'm Tim Carter for AskTheBuilder.com. If you want to discover more home improvement tips, go to askthebuilder.com.